Hi, Michaela. It's good to see you again. How was the birthday party last weekend?
Um, well, it, 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 it was okay. I guess. Uh, uh, Honestly, it, it, it was a complete disaster. I had a re, really bad moment when I stuttered for like five, 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 5 minutes straight, and everyone was just staring at me. I, 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 I I was so embarrassed.
Wow, that sounds like it was really hard on you.
Yeah, I left the party early because I didn't want to go back after that.
So what I'm hearing is that you felt like everyone was judging you because you were stuttering and you felt embarrassed, so you left the party.
Yeah.
I remember one of your goals when you started coming here was to be able to make more friends and feel comfortable speaking around groups of people. So feeling uncomfortable at the birthday party sounds like it must have been really difficult. We've already worked on some things to help out in reaching these goals, such as mindfulness and facing our demons. And so we know some of our emotions are negative and difficult to control. At this point, we're aware of them more, like you were able to tell me you felt embarrassed and judged. Today, let's talk about how we can start taking more control of these thoughts and feelings so they don't rule our actions. Let's talk about diffusion.
What's diffusion?
Diffusion is a way to separate from your thoughts in the moment. For example, if you have the thought, I'm so embarrassed, or everyone is just staring at me, instead of holding on to that thought and fusing with it, you would merely acknowledge the thought and restate it. I'm having the thought that this is embarrassing. Then think about what would happen if you decided to fuse with it. Does it bring you away from or towards where you want to be, who you want to be?
Mm, uh, 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 Away.
Okay. So in this scenario, fusing with those thoughts brought you away from where you wanted to be. At the party with your friends, having fun.
Mm.
In diffusion, you're not trying to change your thoughts or decide if they're right or wrong, positive or negative. You're simply distancing from them and then moving on. How would you like to do some work here to unhook from these kinds of thoughts and reduce their influence over you so that you could move past them? Would that be useful?
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay, let's go ahead and think about some thoughts that we would like to disengage from. I have this worksheet we can use to help us think. It has a short introduction that I'm going to read. So here it goes.
Okay.
How's your mind hooking you? Our minds are great at coming up with stories. In technical terms, we call such stories cognitions. Cognitions can include thoughts, beliefs, narratives, ideas, attitudes, assumptions, opinions, judgments, and more. Many of these stories are too easily hook us. They take our attention away from where it needs to be, or jerk us around and pull us into self-defeating patterns of behavior. Away moves. There are many different categories of such stories. Below are 4 of the most common ones. So for each category, let's take a look and talk about at least one.
Okay. So for uh j- j- judge judgments, I I I I I I think a lot of people are annoyed with me because as I take too long to talk.
Okay.
I I don't really get this next one.
Okay, let's see. Time traveling. Time traveling is talking about when you get stuck on thoughts about past experiences or stuck on thoughts predicting future experiences.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to stutter on this phone call.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do get stuck before talking to people, thinking that I am going to stutter. Um, I, I think I can't do things some times, or I don't want to do things because I know that I will stutter and just embarrass myself. So that would be my reason.
Okay.
Mhm.
What do you think about this last one?
Uh, I, I just think that I should be able to talk like everyone else. Talking should be easy. No one else seems to stutter like I do.
Okay. Those are all really great thoughts to talk about. Let's go ahead and think through this last one. Let's say you are in the moment and you're thinking, why can't I just talk like everyone else? Focusing on diffusion now, the first step is recognizing that you're having the thought. The next step would be to restate it. You
Okay.
can use this phrase, I'm having the thought that, so go ahead and give that a try. How would you restate that thought?
I'm having the thought that I should be able to talk like everyone else.
Nice work restating that. Okay, so then what is next?
I think about it and let it go.
Right, you observe the thought, let it be that, just a thought, and let it go.
Okay.
I found personally that when I'm having a thought that I want to diffuse from, excuse me, it's helpful to use some imagery and imagine it as a balloon floating away or as a silly cartoon.
Okay.
Just the process of using diffusion, taking that time to pause and observe the thought, has been so helpful to me in stopping the thought process so that I don't end up hooked on it or going around in circles with that thought all day. My personal results are that I feel more positivity in general, and
Okay.
I don't attach myself to unwanted thoughts as much. Just like any process or change, this takes time and practice. You commented that you thought diffusion could be useful earlier. How would you feel about trying this out for the next week?
Yeah. I want to try it out. Mhm.
Okay, great. I want you to write about your experiences in your reflection journal,
Okay.
and I'll I'll ask you about it when we meet next time.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, looks like we're out of time. Thanks, Michaela, and great job working through the diffusion worksheet with me today. I could really see how you've been using mindfulness to get in touch with your thoughts and feelings. So great job on that.
Thanks.